Good morning, everybody. It is Morgan coming to you with the Gospel of Two Wheels live from Highland Cycles here in Montrose, Colorado. We got Dave Brayman, Mike Barnato, Steve and Becky Peterson, Sandy Smith twice, which is awesome. Mike Barnato says we should have to qualify for the silver course because bronze. That's from bronze. That's the place for me. So yeah, we are here to talk about Hard Enduro. Also, welcome to the Gospel Two Wheels, where the coffee's hot, the bikes are fast, and your comments are absolutely ridiculous. 5280 James, good morning. Bruce Kennedy, good morning. Sorry about the dog and the porcupine. Ugh, sucks. Tom Bean, what's going down? So first of all, there is the second game changer right there. People keep asking what its name is. Colt Reed, what's happening? Does not have a name yet. I'm letting Zach decide on that name, and he's going to write it first before he does that. Karen Paz, seat time, what up? Coffee bitches. Sawyer Llewellyn, what's going down? Scott Copland coming in from Dallas. Ooh, must be hot in Dallas right now. The Spud Farm, Ronnie Childs, what's happening? How is the Spud Farm? How are the Spuds growing? Hey, there's my mom, who is going to be here tomorrow. I'm so excited to see my parents. I love them so very much. Really excited. My sister-in-law keeps texting me, so I'm going to turn my phone off. There we go. Chris Burns, what's going down? Matt Adams, what's happening? Yeah, we are here to talk about Hard Enduro. Snack time, 0% cottage cheese and blueberries. I'm on a diet. Oh, Jimmy Neihart, did Mama Neihart put you on a diet? I don't believe that she would do that. She likes you like you are. Maybe you're going to try to get in shape for Hard Enduro like me. So, let's talk about the Silver Kings race. I am with, by the way, everybody say hi to my mom. Thank you, Nate, for that. Roger Hurd, what's happening, Nate? Skurdla. Got a frost like we burned a few, but oh, dang, that sucks, Ronnie. Yeah, that's not good. Chad Bryan, good morning, afternoon. Where are you, Chad? I'm guessing you're not in this country if it's afternoon somewhere, because it's still morning across this country. Well, at least this. It'd be like, I guess it'd be nighttime in Hawaii still, maybe. What was the hardest part of the race? So, let's start with that question. The hardest part of the race is the ridiculous hill climbs. The hill climbs are something that just don't exist in Colorado. Like, do not exist. Like, that is a thing that you cannot truly practice in this state, like, that I know of. I don't know where. You'd have to, I don't know. You'd have to have some private land. I think a Pacific Northwest, right on. I don't know. You'd have to have. First of all, Idaho is much steeper than Colorado in general. I knew that. The Sawtooths make the Rocky Mountains up here or down here look very rounded and mellow in comparison. So that's already a thing. Robbie Childs, what's happening? Don T. Talk about too hard. It's not too hard because obviously people did it way better. Sandy Smith, I love that so much. Sanka. I haven't thought about Sanka in for a while. Sandy Smith says 2-strokers drink coffee while 4-strokers drink Sanka. God, I love that. So the steep hill climbs are what really got me. So Robbie Childs, Rocky Mountain Way Extreme with Rodrigo has some things, but it's more technical. Like, from what it's like the ski slope that's just peeled of any kind of feature, and it's straight up. That's what really ruined me. That's what killed my race. And I haven't edited that video yet, the race day, but you'll see. It's just steeper there and longer. And what in the prologue, what killed me was a big steep hill with no features, and you're trying to side hill. And obviously, there's guys that are really, really good at that. I'm not one of those, and that's probably the one thing I really want to try to learn to get better at is finding traction on really steep stuff. Trials would help with that. Just going and finding some steep stuff. we have steep stuff here, but it's very short, and it's just not like that. And but finding that and just practicing that pivot on steep, because I'm not very good at pivot turning on flat anyway, and I need to practice that too. But like just to get more comfortable with the motion, but the being on a crazy steep side hill and then being able to pivot it without feeling like you're going to fall over backwards and set it down and then be able to find traction again and go up. That was the thing that ruined my races. By the way, we have more people watching than normal ever, so that's awesome. But while you're watching, back out of the chat, give us a thumbs up, and then come back in. That would be really, really good. Number one did the prologue in 13 minutes. It took Mike 60 minutes. And, and Tom Bean, no amount of video or picture can possibly describe how steep that is. There is no way to see it without being there. And I've been to Idaho. I've been up there, and I knew, but I didn't know we were going up that. Jason Lash, YouTube wouldn't load the live stream. Did you? It's loaded now, right? Can't go straight up, right? Got to switch back. Like ski jump turn. So Jimmy, you could go straight up if you had room or there weren't people in the way. But also a lot of them, I don't know that you flip over backwards. I saw that happen. People flipping over backwards. And I think Bruce said, at least I had company. Yes, we did have lots of company on that hill. Did you notice a difference with the new ECU flash? Yes, Copland, I think I did. I feel like the bike was a little more crisp down low, a little bit less spooge. Still some spooge, but definitely less. I think it's going to be good. So yeah, I rode like the hard, like what I would call technical stuff is what I am not. I wouldn't say I'm good at, but I'm better at, and that's what I've been practicing, and that's what I've always liked is that techie, hard, rocky stuff. I never got to any of that. Well, I mean, we had a little bit of it at the very beginning, and then some after that first big hill, but like it was not like that. It was more like, I mean, there was some like techie stuff, and that was really fun, and I rode that really well. And then these hill climbs were just crazy. Sorry, Jason, that sucks. At least you have hills. We only have bumps in the ground. Yeah, for sure. Hey, Dad, how's it going? There's my dad, Scott Spradling. Can't wait to see you, Dad. I love you. Yeah, it is another level, and the guys that are good at that, my hat is off. Like, I am so impressed with what people can do, because just because there's people on the hill, I mean, that made it harder. I think I would have had a lot of people would have had a better run if there hadn't been people in the way and all that stuff. But even with all that, there were guys picking their way through that stuff pretty fast. So I'm not laying the blame on bottlenecks. Like, that's just lack of talent on my end. And Jacob Lenegar, it says it seemed it was either straight up or straight down. Yes. And I don't know that I got the best video coming down this one hill because in race day, because the camera got moved around, and it was like I got messed up. But it was so steep going down. Like, we got up the first hill, not the craziness, but up the first like techie hill, come over down, and it was so steep going down that it was like you're worried about it to like like the bike coming over you. Like, it's so steep, it's out of hand. It was just out of hand how steep it was. It was absolutely crazy. And it was super fun to attempt them. And it was super fun just being there with everybody. It was crazy. Let's see. Rich Larson, your boy Jimmy Neihart. Your boy Larson is coming to Colorado. He's pretty good at switchback turns. Yeah, no kidding. Y'all should get together. He's scared of the ping pong smoke. I need to get with Rich and do some videos and take one of his classes, pay for one of his classes. I don't know. I need some training in that kind of riding. Like, I can make things work when it's hard, but not, I don't know. It's a different game. It's so cool. Completely different sport than anything I've ever done. And Mike Barnato, I also got a hell of a workout on that hillside. You got a crazy workout because Mike Barnato helped everyone with me. He helped me. He helped a bunch of stuff, and then he went back down, which is a good decision. Roger Hurd, did they have a handicap line? No, they should. They should totally have a handicap line. I think you might be the only guy there, but it would be so cool. Thanks, Hanson. It was a heck of a leap to try Hard Enduro. Riders Ride 1. What class did I ride? I rode silver. So I rode the A class. I should have ridden just the B class. Mike Barnato is the reason I rode the A class, because I was going to enter amateur and not do expert, because I feel like I'm definitely an amateur at that level of riding. And then Mike Barnato yelled at me and told me I had to ride the A class. And I was like, okay, fine. So I did. I really wish I hadn't, because I could have ridden the bronze class. I know I could have ridden that whole course. Maybe I could have qualified to then ride the next day, the silver class the next day, which would have been cool. You had to be in the top 30. I don't know if I would have, but I have no idea. But I would like to have seen that course and then tried the next level up, because it was just an absolute ass kicker. But I did get to meet some really cool people, which was awesome. I got to hook up with this one guy, Dan Plum. I don't know if Dan's watching. We have exchanged information. We became very good friends. Working our way up through the woods is this one thing, and it was it was really cool. That was really cool. The camaraderie you get with these people is really cool. The bronze class would have been good. And up that mountain, they didn't go all the way up that ridiculous. Well, they didn't do that hill at all, that you've seen in my video. The next day, you'll see they went up part of this hill, but then turned off. Anyway, it would have been, it's all right. Hindsight 2020, agree, Mike, but it's okay. It was a heck of an experience, and very, very happy that I did it. It was nuts. Kim Jackson, I will talk about that thing in just a second. Energy conservation is key. Yeah, you don't want to burn all the matchsticks. The problem is there's some of that stuff. Well, that's just it. You got to get better at that kind of riding so that you can conserve energy. Because I was trying. Like, I wasn't trying to go fast. I was just trying to, like, be smooth and whatever. But I had to. Anyway, so it was so hard, guys. It was so hard. I can't even tell you. Zach Farkash, what's going on? Let's talk about a little bit about that clutch pull thing. So it's really cool. This guy, Ran is his name. I think he's Israeli, and he is a bad dude on a motorcycle. And he developed this thing. It's a funky deal. It's kind of a big deal, but I think it's going to be protected and out of the way. It goes on the bars, and it attaches to the master cylinder. And what it does is it uses the pivot bolt as the connection to get you a mechanical advantage on the pull. And I don't really know how it works. I haven't put one together. He's going to send me one. We're going to work on that. I'm going to show you guys how it works. But so what that does, it's got a spring and some other stuff. And what that does is it makes it so the clutch, unlike the Midwest Mountain Engineering, someone got mad at me for bashing those guys, but whatever. I hate those levers. And I know people love them. That's fine. There's a lot of things I hate that people love, so whatever. Get over it. Just because some guy on the internet doesn't like it doesn't mean you have to be sad. But I hate those levers because what they do is they change the leverage point, which then changes the clutch throw, which then changes how much it opens up and all that stuff. So I don't like that, and that's why they're so hard to adjust and all that stuff. So this thing just pivots on the thing. So the clutch throw is exactly the same and all that. It's the lightest clutch you've ever felt. And I had a guy comment on my video, and my hat is off to him because it's exactly what I would have said and would say to someone who's not riding like super hard stuff. As he said, go to the gym. I'm with you. Fair enough. That's a great response. But Hard Enduro, you spend so much time like unless that guy does that, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, you It's nonstop with the lever. So this thing creates this mechanical advantage. It does not change the throw. It does not change anything about the way it works. So the adjustment's super easy. It comes with levers, and the levers are really cool. They'll switch right to left, so they'll go in the brake, the stock brake, or on the stock clutch. It's super cool. Really, really neat situation, and I'm excited to try one out. It's called Hard Enduro, RNDURO.com, I think. It's R&DURO to look at it, but I think the website is RNDURO.com. Check it out. Click 1, light clutches, sweet on my shirt. Yeah, Joe, those do the same thing. Well, they kind of do the same thing, but this thing I think is, I don't know. I like this better. It doesn't add a different master cylinder. It uses stock master cylinder, and it incorporates a thing to brace the master cylinder from getting broken, like that cool mitigator thing that I showed you to fix the broken thing. This actually provides a support for that also. And he had one there. You could just cut both things on the master, and it would still work just perfectly. Let's see. Thanks, Tyler Crawford. He says, keep it what you guys do. It seems great and continuously amazing about dirt bikes. Thank you very much. Clark Clutch from Australia. You mean Clake rides? I have. I think I like this one better because it's not replacing the master cylinder. So if anything failed, it would just you could just take it off and it would just be a normal clutch really fast. Whereas the Clake, you'd have to replace the master again. Like I'm thinking like on a ride or something like that if something fell. I have the Midwest lever and 3 bikes that has fit. 3 bikes that it will fit, and it's sitting in a drawer. Rowdy child. I'm with you, dude. Bruce Kennedy, are you over the Midwest? Because Lash, I love it. Difficult lines that bottleneck need alternate lines. Easier but longer. Easy, medium, hard. Pros always take the hard line. Others get the options. So Q timer display. Yeah, Jeff Conn, that's a great option. Joe Foster, let's see. Rich Larson, let's get a bud with both. Dude, yeah, Derek, Rich Larson is phenomenal. He got me tires for this event, and they were amazing. My gear, my equipment was perfect. I just was not. Because I had moments of brilliance. That was the thing. That was the thing that was so cool about. I'm going to try to type this in here. I think that is the website right there. Oh, Bruce Kennedy, the Midwestern Works Group. What were you over, Bruce? You said you were over something. So I. Sorry, guys. Anyway, Rich is awesome. The IRC tires were awesome. Thank you very much. The moose balls were awesome. It was so cool. Yeah, dude. Robbie Noyles, I'm anxious to see Ewan's progress into Hard Enduro. Also, he is still enthused. I'm excited because that kid is just mean enough and just driven enough, I think, to keep moving. So, East Coast, here's going to make you some lobster. Right on, Derek. I will come out and eat. I don't want lobsters. No offense. I'm not a big lobster guy, but I will come out. Oh, you're over my hate for Midwest lever, Bruce. I don't talk about it much. And whatever. I don't care. I don't care. That's the thing about me. I don't care what anybody thinks about what I think. Because that's how I stay happy and sleep well at night. And that's how everybody should be in the world. Is don't care what other people think about what you think. Just don't give a crap. Just think it, say it, move on. If everybody did that, we'd be living in a much, much better world. For light cuts pull, I used to do 3 150 springs and 3 regular springs. Works at Seth Mullins. That's a good idea, but yeah, it doesn't work on the diaphragm clutch. You can buy a lighter diaphragm spring too. Good to see you at Bull Hollow. I'm glad to see you at an epic event. Right on, Carl. Glad you had time. There, my mom will take the lobster. So, yeah, let's talk about moments of brilliance. I had these moments of brilliance. I would be on one of those hills, and I would get the bike aimed, and I would take off and I would weight the pegs. I was, I'm focusing on all the things I've watched and read and heard, trying to weight that outside peg and really drive that rear wheel into the ground. And I would like take off real slow, not spin the tire, and like it would start going. I'm like, and like making progress, and then I would like not be able to do the like thing and go. And so I just couldn't do that thing. So if it shared that link, I organized a 3D things for. I didn't see that. Bruce Kennedy. It's not. I don't care like that guy. Because I'm not grumpy. I'm having fun. And I've got a new. By the way, I've got a new avatar thing that's going to be on a bunch of my slavins or my videos of this bike making fun of Jeff. At one point I wasn't going to ever ride my dirt bike again. Now I'm thinking about how to get back into that race. And yeah, I'm with you, Mike. I'm the same way. I want to get back. I want to go back. I want to race the easier race and try to qualify. And GJ Clinic. Yeah, let's do it. Share that thing, please. What's up, Brody? How's it going? Now that you raced one, do you think it is something you want to do more of? Jameson Nagar, what's happening? Definitely not Jarvis, but I love you, Woody. Now that I raced one, do you think you'd want to do more of it? That's a good question. I don't know. I think I want to try a different one. I think I want to try one that is not. I want to try a different area, right? Because I mean, I love Idaho. I like riding there, but that going up those ski slopes, that was the thing. And I talked to a few other people, and like, dude, they were like, dude, that Silver Kings is so slippery, so hard, so whatever. So I want to try a different one. I think I want to try King of the Motos because that's desert hard, which is definitely what I do more of. And way more like, I think in my wheelhouse, I love that. I love riding in the mountains and the techie hard stuff. But like I said, we just don't have that area to practice. And probably those other people don't either. So, I mean, I don't know what they're doing. I need to figure it out. But you keep hearing me saying, I need to figure it out. So yeah, I guess I do want to try more of it. I really want to get better at it, not racing, and just try some like I just want to practice and get better at just riding that really hard stuff. I'm like I said, I'm pretty good at my version of hard stuff, the stuff that destroys people around here and all that, but that is a different game. Idaho City 100. I love that race, Flan XC. That's a super fun one. Mike Kellogg, it was awesome to see you, dude. Good job riding, too. See, Seth Mullins, I have a 16 KTM 350 XCF, and do you know if you can bump start it in the emergency situation? Seth, yeah, you should be able to bump start that bike. Should be no problem. The XCs have the capacitor that allows, I think even in 16, they have the capacitor that allows you to bump start it and run without a battery, I believe. Do a clinic and video that. Oh, Kim, you're still writing. Gold Creek Lodge comes to mind when I think of a gnarly place to practice. Yeah, Ronnie Childs, it does come to mind, except that it's so far away. That's the other problem with Idaho, at least that northern part of Idaho, is it is a very long way from here. And I mean, Jimmy Neihart, you travel to here, and I love you for that. That is a brutally long way away. So I would like to go up there more, but I need more time and way more money. So I don't think so. It needs voltage to run the fuel pump and injector. So Bruce, mine needs voltage to run the fuel pump and injector too. My new bike and this bike. Well, this bike probably doesn't have the capacitor, but you can take the battery out of mine and it will run because of the capacitor. I don't know if the 16 4-strokes. I know that the newer ones do because they're set up the same. But and Roger Hurd, yeah, I talked to a bunch of people that need to come race the National Hare and Hound. Easy loop, hard loop. It's brutal, absolutely brutal. Do you still think you need to drill larger holes than moose balls? Yes, Scott Copland, I do. I talked to people. I was feeling my tire, and to me it felt super squishy and gummy. Well, the tire is gummy, but I had other guys who are better at this and been doing it longer, and they came over like, "Oh, dude, that's super stiff." I'm like, "Really?" So yeah, I think I need to drill a larger hole so it doesn't do that. Seth Mullins, I agree. I hate not having a backup Kickstarter also. And what you should do is try the whole battery thing, the bump start, on your bike. The other thing is on these fuel injected bikes, if the battery is just too low to spin the starter and the motor, which is like on the 4-strokes, takes more to spin those motors. So like if the battery just drops a little bit, it can't spin it fast enough to start. So that's the thing. But you can bump start it. Like my buddy who has a Kickstarter, but the same fuel injection system back on the old 13, 14, 500, his battery wouldn't turn it over, but you can kick it and it'll go. So yeah, it'll work. Clutch throttle control practice can happen as you warm up, as you learn to compress the bike for the rebound, help to lift the bike, add engine. Yeah. Dude, I agree. Lots of practice, right? And yeah, I felt like I rode really well in the rocky, hard stuff. And it was when I got to the steep stuff and that finding traction was the hardest. I had so much trouble finding traction, and that's what I need to do. Woody, be out. We'll see you soon. Sexy Woody hugs. I love it. How many more hours on the rear RC and how's it look? So I put a new one on for the race. It's probably got, I don't know. It spun a lot. It's probably only got 4 or 5 hours. It looks pretty good. But it did spin and spin and spin and spin and spin and spin. So it held up actually pretty well. The other one before that, I don't know. They both look pretty good, and they're both holding up way better than I thought. There you go, Seth. A small jump pack is always a good idea. Roger, feeling your moose ball. Everybody was feeling my moose balls. It was cool because James Richard from Intech, who is the importer and distributor for moose balls, was there. I got to actually meet him, which is super fun. So Kim, I would think that at some point there'd be excessive sidewall roll if you drill them too much. That's my thought. Like that's what I was so scared about, right? I was afraid of that, but these guys are, man, the back tires, they're running them super squishy. And yeah, some guys run 4 rim locks. Yeah, they do. Like they'll run those things so flat and soft. And like, I guess Tristan Hart, what he does, he runs a moose and he cuts the top, like the outs, like, so if this is a cross section, he cuts this off like, and makes it super, super flat. Like super crazy flat, and so it's just like nuts. And yeah, and the thing is, you're not ever going fast. Although Tristan was, I watched him go real fast up a couple things, but you're not going fast like cornering hard like in a GNCC or a hair scramble or something like that, or a motocross or whatever. So like it's easier. It's easier to run that really low pressure feel. And guys were doing crazy stuff. Like I helped change tires for moose balls there while I was there, and we put one moose in the back, it's all drilled out, and there's all sorts of recipes, and all the guys that are doing it are better than me and getting further than me. So it looks like there's definitely many, many more ways than one to skin a cat. So that's pretty cool. I really respect you as a business owner person. I admire your beliefs on supporting your local dealer and how you treat your employee. Thank you, Duke. Thank you very much. Let's get you an X-Trainer. You and can rock it and do durability tests. Ooh, I need what we need to do is get us a trials bike. I think that would be think a trials bike would be good. I mean, I've had them before. I've sold them. I need to just find a bunch of money and get a good one. That would be good. Yes, Tony Borian, thanks for my help. He's picking up a 24 XCW a week from today. Yes, Tony, I'm so stoked. Bruce Kennedy, Adam raced the bronze class, and he definitely qualified in the top 30, and then he raced silver, and he made it further than I did. I didn't actually get to talk to him about that. He came over and said hi, and then I had people asking me about YouTube stuff, and so we didn't get to talk. I'm going to talk to him later, but I know he did way better than I did. And he raced 2 races. He raced Prologue, then his race, and then the silver. So he's a man. The Anatoly Tubeless, yeah, lets you adjust for it. I know it does. Yeah, but it also can fail, and I don't like that. So I'm always definitely going to put mooses or moose balls in mine. What up, Rich Pierce? How's it going? Rich Pierce is Cub Moto. So yeah, guys, Hard Enduro, brutal. If you've ever been interested, I would enter one. Silver Kings is jumping into the deep end of the pool for sure. Like way deep into the pool. I've talked to a lot of people. Tristan Hart says it's the closest one to Erzberg here in the States. I mean, it's just, yeah. So there's that. I mean, do it if you want. I would do it again, but I definitely enter the bronze class. I think I want to do King of the Motos and see how that goes. That's a whole different kind of melee. The way they start that with people everywhere and rocks flying. I don't know. So who knows? We'll see. But the main thing is I learned a ton. I feel like I am a better rider than I was when I went. I learned to do things mid-race that I never thought I would do. I did some crazy switchbacky stuff up through these woods that I never would have tried 2 weeks ago. And I made it work. I mean, it's crazy what we did. So yeah, I learned a lot. I had fun. The event was amazing. Good job, Silver Kings Hard Enduro. Good job, US Hard Enduro. That thing was awesome. And it was super rad. Tony, how does Donner rate on the Hard Enduro scale? Good first race? I don't know. I have heard, I haven't been there, but I have heard from a good friend of mine, who has raced a few of them, and he raced that one. He says that Donner is more, he likes it better than Silver. He says Silver Kings was so slippery and so hard that Donner was better. So I don't know. There we go. It is a bomb start, Roger Hurd at King of the Motos, which I love bomb runs, but it's a bomb run into rocks. We have Tom Bean says we have a great Enduro Woods race, Devil's Head ISD put on here every year by Mount Scott's around third weekend in June. It's a tough race, 98 miles, pretty steep. We're in Costomoc Forest. Tom Bean, that sounds awesome. I need to do more. I'm coming back though. We're coming back to the Pacific Northwest, going to the Gifford Pinchot National Forest in like 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. It's so soon. It's so much sooner. Whew. Got a lot going on in my life. But yeah, anyway, so I'm coming back up there to write some other stuff. I'm excited. Yeah, Donner will have more rocks, Kim, which I would enjoy the rocks because you get traction on rocks and you can pick through things. I don't know. Donner was supposed to be my first one. It got postponed, so it couldn't be. It's a bummer, whatever. The Grinding Stone was okay to learn balance. Yeah, I bet Grinding Stone would be good to learn balance. Like I said, the Idaho, that race, I learned a lot about pivoting a bike. I never, on the super steep stuff, I wasn't doing it like in one motion, but I learned how to do it like I mean, it's so steep. So just that ability to get the thing from here to here on a ridiculously steep slope was something to behold. So I'm really happy I learned that, and like things to look for in the ground and rest the tire on, all kinds of stuff. So it was cool. I have heard the Gifford is awesome and beautiful, Tom Bean. I'm very excited about that. Guys, if you're watching this and you're having fun, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. You have to back out of the chat, hit thumbs up, and come back in. Also, if you're brand new here, consider subscribing. I have to say that stuff. Because, yeah, we do all kinds of cool stuff. We're doing all kinds of, I keep doing that, testing on this XCW. Last night I shot a video about the map switch. Spoiler alert, it works from the 23 XC. You can put it onto this and you get 2 maps out of it. They don't come with the map switch because it's dumb, and I think KTM's just doing a money grab on that. They should just come with the map switch for as much as they cost. Anyway, the bike is sweet. We will be riding it tonight for the very first time. Zach will be riding it. I will be riding it. Whoever else wants to ride it can ride it. We're going up to the plateau. We're cutting one more trail. I think we got one more trail we got to get rid of the trees. And then we got to go check some other ones because we had a bunch of wind recently, which probably blew down a bunch of trees. So we got more work to do. But I'm excited. I also got to do fork seals on Daisy today and wheel bearings because that poor thing is dying. I need to do some serious maintenance on it, get her back into shape. I better go. Speaking of that, I got some things to do. I got to finish up this video for that thing. Brian Larson, thank you. It was a completely different game. Mom, I love you. She says thumbs up or else. There you go. What was the preferred bike of the Silver Kings race? Ooh, that's a good question. Definitely KTM's, Huskies and Gases. Probably the W models the W model would have been good. Like, that would have been a better bike, honestly. But, I don't know. There was everything out there. So cool to see you going to my woods in Idaho. Come up. We can go take you on some killer terrain. Chill summers right on Ashford West. I'd love to get back up there. How good are the new spring forks on the 24? Seth, I don't know yet. We'll be going. MSRP on the new bike. We paid $11,500 out the door. I watched a video on the 24 XCW, and he cleared out a bike rider with a head on. I heard about that. I heard he is out running into mountain bikers. Do you think you'd like running a tubeless as you have variability in pressure, Jakes? No, Brian. I'm not. I don't like the tubeless. I don't like the chance for failure. I love that idea of being able to change pressure, but I don't like the chance for a failure ever. So, Dante, what bike is heart riding? Great question. It is an amalgamation of a 24 XCW and an XC. It's not all one thing. So it looks like an XCW. How about that? It looks just like an XCW, but it is not just an XCW. I don't know exactly. Guys were talking to him and the mechanics, and it's definitely a mix. They've got things all over the place for that bike. So I don't know, but you can call it an XCW if you want. It's close enough. It's a mix between the two. My guess is the transmission's not the same. I'm sure it's got the power of the XC. Obviously the suspension is far from stock. Ronnie, the spring forks on the 24, I'm glad you like them, and I think we're going to love these. Denny Horstman, how's it going, man? All right, guys, I better get going. Punk Rock Club, I love you the most. Make sure you give us a punk rock sign. I love you guys so much. I love the rest of you. I just love the Punk Rock Club more. Thank you guys so much for watching all these videos. It really makes my heart full. It makes me feel good that I'm providing content that people like. It makes me happy in my heart. So I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you get out and spread the gospel of two wheels. And as always, I desperately hope that what we're doing here at Highland Cycles is inspiring you to work on, but more importantly, get out and ride your dirt bikes!